The war in Ukraine may be barely a year old, but these Chechen fighters have been riding to battle against the Russian army for decades, and they found renewed purpose on Ukraine's battlefields. Our team traveled to the Donbass region in Ukraine's east to meet with a predominantly Muslim unit, the Dzhokhar Dudayev Battalion, named after the first president of the briefly independent Chechen Republic of Ichkeria, which broke away from the Russian Federation in the mid-1990s. They're hardened fighters who have fought in some of Ukraine's bloodiest battles. We met the group in a safe house in an undisclosed location in eastern Ukraine as they returned to their barracks after a reconnaissance mission against Russian forces. This fighter, who goes by the call sign MAGA, left his studies in Western Europe to come to Ukraine and was already fighting the Russians before 2022. So you've been fighting the Russians a long time?
Yes, it's my father was on the first Chechen War, second Chechen War, so I continue this objective of our nation to have freedom and to live normally, like a normal state, not under occupation of Russia. It's not only a Ukrainian fight, it's the fight of all occupied nation under the Russian Empire.
And within the Dudayev Battalion is a specialized unit called the Atom Group.
So Atom Group, it's because of first human in the world, and that we are united to have a freedom for our nations. So it also for Muslim guys, it's a religious aspect, and there's a symbol of Ukraine, Chechnya, and the Crimean Tatars. So
the wolf is your symbol?
Yeah, because the wolf needs to be free to live.
With access to state-of-the-art Western weapons and training, the Dudayev Battalion soldiers are well equipped, and they have earned the trust and acclaim of many local Ukrainians. Back in Kyiv, Muslim, a seasoned veteran of the two Chechen wars against the Russians, now organizes logistics for the Dzhokhar Dudayev Battalion. He described to me the impact that his forces have had on the fight against the Russians over the years.
I am one of the commanders of the battalion of Dzhokhar Dudayev. Here we are defending Ukraine, and we know that by defending Ukraine, we are defending Chechnya. For me, the first battle occurred in 1992. At that time, we had our first clash. They launched a great attack and we defended Grozny. Since then, I have been fighting against Russia. This is my third war against Russia.
For these Muslim soldiers, freedom is the unifying theme as they stand side by side with their Orthodox Christian comrades. For many of these fighters, the fight against the Russians is part of a wider war. A common struggle for the defense of their newly adopted homeland here in Ukraine has brought them all together. And now, flushed with weapons and emboldened with recent battlefield successes, the victory for which they have sacrificed so much for may no longer be a distant dream. Oubai, Shahbandar, Kramatorsk, Ukraine, TRT World.